broadcast. How are you today? Today is the 14th, I believe. Nope, it's the 15th. I don't know, the days just seem to go into the next day, into the next day. This is changing times and difficult times. And I like to share some good news, because good news is in essence the key for our home strong mental stability, and for our heart and our arteries to be happy. And when our body and our mind are happy, that's a good thing. However, there are some concerning times that are going on, but there's always people that are representatives of wanting to do better in this world. So today I've called the show Freedom. I'm calling it freedom because it's a beautiful thing to have freedom, and it's a terrible thing not to have it. And we started our Woodstock Forever with Richie Havens. I did the 20th anniversary with Richie, 1989. And I just wanted to share a little bit of our movie, and Richie performing at Woodstock as he opened it up with a perfect song. So we'll give a little bit of that love to that. And it follows the theme of what's going on today with people in a concerning mindset of people not liking other people. And no matter how you slice it, it's not good news, because we should like everybody. No, that's not necessarily so. Don't have to like everybody, but you don't have to hurt anybody, okay? You don't have to accept the way someone thinks, but you don't have to punch them in the nose. I think I've been saying this since I came out of the womb. That's just the way it is. Everybody has their own thoughts, but to do not nice things to anybody is not a good thing. So we covered on New Year's Day this past year an event that was put on by a wonderful organization, the Positive Community, and the publisher, Adrian, the council publisher, Pauline Banfield, invited us over there and to Newark, and we were celebrating their 20th anniversary of where a magazine delivered its tagline focused on good news from the church and the community. And what this was is the Emancipation Proclamation, which was on January 1st, declared. 3.2 million African Americans were freed. Not all the states freed them all at the same time. And I have a link to go to watch that video, because I think it's important to get some perspective of that time, because that wasn't last week. That was in 1863. January 1st. So that is an important piece of brilliance, actually, of the people talking at this event that I was so honored to be at and to broadcast on Facebook Live at that time. The other story that we're going to put on today is there's been a joint declaration by three organizations. As band people band together, our happy face we have in various colors that we feel: yellow, brown, white, black, and red. Each one representing a community. Of course, there's more different shades of the world, but those are our symbol, with our happy face that we trademarked many years ago. But we are a milestone company, is a one world company. So the three organizations that did put their selves into a joint declaration are 100 Black Men Statement, the Asian Business Development Council, as well as the Hispanic Federation. Communities that feel this has not been good, that they want to be solidarity with diverse leaders and institutions all across the nation, and pledge to fight to turn the tide against racism everywhere. Racism everywhere, anywhere, anytime is not a good news story. It's a bad news story, as well as any kind of other scenarios. It's all just, let's love each other, let's resolve what our differences are. We did a Gandhi show once, non-violently, because the violence doesn't help the story, and it doesn't resolve the situation. And you can go to our Peace Day events, and you can see that, and you can hear Ed Asner say, it just never resolves things. You know, war doesn't really resolve things, and because there's still somebody out there that's upset. So let's tune into now Richie Havens. Is a great man, passed, but we love him dearly. And hear some and go to some of these other programs, especially that Emancipation Proclamation. That's really a powerful show. And thank you very much for tuning in today. And we continue on. And we'll have 7 o'clock, we'll ring a bell. I'm out in Montauk. I was over at, I'm here at the Montauk Manor, which is lovely. I love it. I've been lucky to have an opportunity to be here. And I was over at Gurney's, which is another friendly location and beautiful. And so I rang the bell, and some New Yorkers, you could see, they clapped. So that was a nice thing, because they knew that what that was all about. Actually, the security came over to me and said, why are you ringing the bell? And I said, well, this is why. I'm ringing it for you, security. And I'm ringing it for everybody working during difficult times. All right, everyone, thank you very much. And then I went over and talked to the New Yorkers, okay? And New York seems to be doing well, but let's be wise and not be foolish and continue on with our being strong, I think is the New York strong. And other places be strong and wise, and don't let this virus continue on, okay? And let's sit on it, and let's be smart and quarantine ourselves wisely, and so on and so forth. All right, everyone, thank you very much for tuning in. We love you, and I appreciate your support.